began with the forging of the great rings. 3 were given to the elves, immortal, wisest, fairest of all beings. 7 to the dwarf lords, great miners and craftsmen of the mountain hall. And 9 rings were gifted to the race of men, who above all else were little bitches. Into these rings was born the strength and will to govern each race. But they were all of them deceived, for another ring was made. Deep in the land of Mordor, the fires of Mount Doom, the Dark Lord Sauron forged his secret a master ring to control all others. And into this ring he poured his cruelty, his malice, and his will to dominate Waggamwil Watusi, One ring to rule them all. One by one, the free peoples of Middle-earth fell to the power of the ring, but there were some who resisted. A last alliance of men and elves fought against the armies of Mordor, and on the slopes of Mount Doom, they fought for the freedom of Middle-earth. I'm your host, Queen on a Moon.
And I'm Teen Pop Sensation Ariana Grindr.
And you're listening to
Amazon Prime. Thank you. New deliveries dropped at your door every Friday.
Every 69 steps.
She's packing. Packing forge. Oh my god, welcome back to our podcast. We haven't been cancelled yet, but not for lack of fucking trying.
Oh my god.
Try. And you know what else? I will sing again.
I will sing
I will sing again.
She doesn't sing that, but
she does now. For the lore, in the lore,
in the lore, yeah, in the canon.
The lore of the rings. Thank you. Nice way. So good. I love when you do that. You do my favorite share. I will sing again.
But I'm not delusional. I don't think my share is accurate. But it is exactly the share that lives in my brain. Do you know what I mean?
It's still my favourite. But you will sing again.
I'll sing again.
I'll sing again.
I will sing again.
I will sing again.
I will sing again.
You do my favourite share and you do my favourite... Also say Madonna, you do my favourite Celine Dion. Celine.
I don't think I really do it. I just say I will sing again.
I will sing again.
I will sing again.
But that's all you need for Celine.
And it's like way more French than her.
And it's so funny
when someone takes the mic off in karaoke. I will sing again.
I will sing again.
I will sing again.
But I feel like people don't know the lore of that. It's from that traumatic documentary about Celine losing her voice.
On the volume.
On the volume. But she's like, I will sing again.
I will sing again. I will sing again.
I will sing again.
I will sing again.
But no one talks about it, and I think it's the funniest thing ever. No, it was so, like, when it happened, like, it was chilling. In the night, mate. But when that documentary came out and that trailer, and she was like, I will sing again.
I will sing again.
It was fucking chilling. Like, it got me in my heart, but now it's so funny to just impersonate her. I will sing again.
I will sing again. And she did sing again. Did you see her at the fashion show in, like, Saudi Arabia?
I hate to be a hater. Was that live? Mama.
What do you mean by live?
I mean, was she singing or was she like...
alive? Was she performing? Was she living? Was she giving? Yes. So if that's what we mean by live, then yes it was. Was that a live vocal track by Celine Dion? Yes. At some point in time.
Maybe.
Did it happen on that day? Does it matter? She will sing again.
She will sing again.
If that wasn't live, all I would say to the haters is, well, she will sing again.
She will sing again.
You will sing again.
She will sing again. And come here to me, has your...
You're Lorraine, my favourite colour. Matches your lips, go blaze.
Sing again. And come here to me, I know we talked about it on the first spot, but have you gone to the fucking thing yet? The Celine and the candlelight?
No. I'm so excited.
What month is it in?
I'm going to print a shirt that just says, I will sing again.
I will sing again. I tried to get a ticket and it's sold out. Hate it. Come here to me. Now, there's another date on. I think the Friday isn't sold out, but obviously I'm in Panchbar on Friday, so I can't do that.
Flop too.
And they pay me too much to take the night off, so I'm not
Can you not swap your Saturday? Can you not go
No, I wouldn't do it, nah. I wouldn't annoy him by asking.
Okay, well...
But I would have loved when it's gone. But yeah, no, I get paid too much to take that off.
And did you see her sing at the Olympics? Olympic thing again.
When she sang again?
Thing at the Olympics.
That was very emotional.
Yeah.
There wasn't a dry seat in the house.
She didn't sing No, but it was in French and I was like, love it.
It's so funny, we found out. So remember once, I was actually the only episode of the Game of Thrones I watched was the final episode, and
you didn't watch Game of Thrones?
No, because I had brain cells and everything. And one of my friends is in it from years ago. You know the fellow who plays Joffrey? Is it King Joffrey? Jack Gleason?
I was going to say Donald Gleason, Jack Gleason, correct?
Friends pod. Yeah. So basically, I know
Jack Gleason, he's on the pod next week.
and the rest. So basically, when I was a child star, shout out child stars, friend of the pod. And where are they now? I was in a production.
Never said I will sing again.
I was in 2 productions with him in the Olympia when we were kids. I was in a production of Bugsy Malone, and I was also in a panto called Cinders with them, and he played the fairy godbrother, and he sang "Can't Touch This." He was the fairy godbrother, and then I forgot this part. So in Bugsy Malone, there's a song. So you wanna be a boxer in a golden ring? So we were dancers and that we were dressed up as boxers. And I still remember the choreography. I'm going to do
we could have been anything that we wanted to be.
I still remember, but he was my dance partner, and we had to pretend to fight each other, and we did all these like lifts and stuff. Now obviously he was a lot smaller, so I would lift him up and stuff. But yeah, and he was like a famous fucking fella on the telly.
And because other so-called grown human adults couldn't fucking cop on and not like abuse an actor because he played a role so well, he had to give it back. Like, that's like, if your brain surgeon did such a good job, you were smarter coming out of surgery. He did such a good job being an actor, people were like, well, fuck you then.
But thankfully now...
Game of Thrones wasn't a documentary, people. You
Very
didn't
much.
need to abuse Jack fucking Gleason and his poor granddad down at home.
And then...
and Brendan.
He came back. He's back now. He's acting again. He's in a new series.
He will act again.
He will act again. Yeah, sing again.
Do you know who I love?
Who do you love?
Now, see you.
Oh.
Love you to bits. I do love you
here
as well.
we fucking go.
But you didn't watch Game of Thrones.
I didn't.
Okay.
See, it was too
Dear
violent.
listeners,
It was too violent for me, and there were incest and all.
Okay.
And cutting each
And
other's
the rest.
heads off.
My favourite actor in Game of Thrones. Now, I'm not saying my favourite character because I think for the character to be your favourite, you'd have to be sociopath or something. But you'd have to, something's up, undiagnosed, but something's wrong. If she was your favourite character, but favourite actor, Lena Headey as Cersei Lannister. Oh, she ate the boots. She ate the crumbs. She ate everybody up in every single scene she was in and left no fucking crumbs for the rest.
The Game of Bones.
She didn't have to go, I am the mother of dragons, breaker of chains, singer of gigs, wigger of meh. No. Also love Emilia Clarke. Love all of them. But I'm trying to articulate the point that Lena Headey ate children up.
They lost me with all the heads rolling and the incest.
You got it in one. You don't know.
But you know me, I don't do incest. I just write all my dad's friends.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah, that's
I
lower.
was just going to say you would love Game of Thrones.
Oh my god, really?
You would love
okay, maybe
Game of Thrones.
Maybe I'll try it again.
No, Lena Headey's character Cersei is the one that rides her twin brother.
My biggest bone to pick with it was...
He wasn't just my brother. Jamie and I shared a womb. Eat, mama. Eat.
Will we still be cousins when we get married? No, but the thing as well, you know when a big cultural thing happens and I missed it, so I was like, you know what, I missed the first season and then I missed the second season and then I missed, and I was like, if I want to get into this I'm going to have to watch 59 fucking million episodes or something, and I just don't have the fucking time. It was like Love Island, I just can't get into it. It's like my dad's friends, I just can't get in. no, I was never
I'm highly offended that you compared Game of Thrones to Love Island, but I get your point. I'll tell you the exact scene you should watch for a masterclass in actina.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
And it's Do Not Silence Women. It's Lena Headey as Cersei. Actually, the scene, I don't think any males speak in the scene, which might be why I love it so much.
I'm in.
I don't, no males actually speak in the scene. It's Lena Headey, who plays Cersei. Mm-hmm. It's a female actress whose name I don't remember at the moment, but she plays another mother on the show.
So you hate women.
And then there's a daughter, and these are people that we meet through Oberyn. It's his wife and his daughter.
Oh,
so she's like the princess of the sand snakes, and then the other one I can't remember her.
Not the boar ones.
Oh, I remember her name. Not the boar. No, her name. Not the sand snakes. Her name is Ilaria Sand.
Ariana Grande.
In Garden we do not hate bastards as you do here in Westeros. Anyway.
That was
there's
the dragons. That was me with someone.
I'm giving this is so important for your acting career.
I'm listening.
You dragged yourself through so many years of acting school. You're about to remodel your neural pathways for acting, Mary.
I'm listening.
So there's a scene where it involves the two mothers and the daughter.
Oh, Jesus.
Cersei, Miss Sam,
FamilyDick.com.
And in this scene, Cersei has captured them because these two killed Cersei's daughter.
Bastards, just like he's Sanders.
Literally bastards. And the only ones, people in the whole world that Cersei ever gave a flying fuck about is her brother, maybe her mum and dad, but definitely only her kids. Anyway, and these fuckers murdered our kids, and at this stage, all of Cersei's kids, spoiler alert, are dead.
Brown bread.
So She has whatever tether to reality she had, or tether to restraint.
Okay.
She has lost.
Thank you very much.
And Lena Headey gives this monologue
Lena Headey
that will chill you to your bones. It's like an emotional roller coaster where she goes when she's talking, and then she's like, "Oh,
Ronnie Drew.
Ronnie Drew comes out. A pint of plain is our only man to nurse."
And then you end up
Honest to God, the scene where she has them locked up, you need to watch it. Take it down. Yeah, notes. And also, dear listener, I'm sure if you were fans of the show, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about.
And if you weren't
And
a
it
fan,
is
you don't know what's
Actina
going on.
masterclass. You know that? You want to make more money? You wear a suit.
You wear a fucking
Masterclass. Lena Headey needs to do a masterclass in acting. Lena Headey, fan of the pod, please come on the pod, Lena. That was the challenge at off the tower. He does.
Really? Does he? Oh, this will make more sense when I watch it and I know the lore. It's like when Goofy jumps off something. Nothing.
Welcome back to ASMR Pussy, where you have to guess what I'm putting in my pussy by the ASMR sounds it makes as it goes in. And that's in a nice way. This week, fruits and vegetables.
Thank you. One of your 5 a day or one of your 5 a gay.
You sigh. I listen to that.
I fucking listen to that as
I
well.
listen to rain sounds and river sounds when I go to sleep. I'm not able.
In nice way.
Well, do you know how they make all the holy water that the Vatican sells?
What?
There's an actual, I swear to God, this is real.
Fucking go.
There's an actual rule, right?
Oh.
Holy water cannot be diluted.
Oh.
So the Pope only blesses a tiny little cup, and then they fuck that into a big vat because you can't dilute holy water. So all the water in the vat, he doesn't bless the vat, Mary. He blesses a little shot.
That's diluting it.
But no. By magic
Oh.
of Jesus,
By the
you
body of
can't
Christ.
dilute holy water.
Amen.
So that little drop he throws in makes all the water touches holy.
And come here to me.
So you can buy holy water and bring it home and put it in your fish tank, holy fish.
Oh, but how do you turn that into wine? That's what I need to know.
That's your own business.
Nice way says a sober person. Now, why do I want to do the wine? I'll stomp on the grapes myself. Oh, was you grape stomping for the foot people?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, this week's episode is about the secrets and scandals of Vatican City. So, hold on to your rosary beads.
The Vatican City?
It's about to get crazy.
The Vatican City and the Vatican Shitty.
Did you know the Vatican City shape ale is built out of the bones of gay people?
The shape ale or the gay pale?
That's what she said, Mom.
Thank you. And tell me the benefits of American.
Well, basically, if you're suffering from advanced stage syphilis, you will have lost all pubic hair, and there will be blemishes on the skin that are specific to advanced stage syphilis. But if you are a 15th century brothel worker, you can cover that up with Miss Martina.
Miss Martina,
and
who's
keep making coins.
Thank you, Mama. And listen, we support women on this pod, especially women in business, women in business, but that's their own
fashion and debut
business. It absolutely is. And come here to me now. I could have done with a proper American when I was lashing my dad's friends out of it. Remember that time? Shout out to my dad's friend who I lashed out on the pod. Thank you.
Do you know there's a famous experiment done with gibbons, right?
What the fuck is gibbons?
Gibbons are like monkeys, but they're close enough in the primate tree of life connected to us, right? But they started giving
connected to
they
the
started
toe
giving
bone.
this like these like I don't know if they were coins or I suppose we call them coins, but they were these token things that they could put into this box, and every time they do it, they get extra food, right?
Okay, Mama.
So then all the gibbons had loads of food. This happened.
They introduced capitalism to the monkeys.
Capitalism to the
Stop
gibbons. And
messing.
guess what the first thing people made a job was?
What?
The female gibbons that had extra coins and not enough food would give males and other females coins to, or whatever the way they worked out. Anyway, they were prostituting for extra food. The gibbons.
You
so when
and
people
me,
say,
baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
So, you know, it's probably older than the concept of religion or spiritual belief.
Happy fucking Christmas. Well, listen, if you can monetize, I will say this.
Give Tina Versace boots.
I wouldn't, if I was ridey enough to do OnlyFans, you'll never see me again. You would never, I only do drag because I'm not hot enough to do OnlyFans. I'll say it once, and I'll say it louder for the people in the
drag
back.
is OnlyFans for uggos.
The very, very much.
And I am also in that category.
Listen, if I swear to God, if I had a Mickey down to me toes and an arse as long as tomorrow, and I had a face like a Roman god, he said never.
If you had an arse
You'll
as long
never
as tomorrow,
see me
we could call you Neville
again.
Longbottom. Oh, we're back to the black mold.
No, the black mold. The black mold is if you
Strikes
don't.
again.
What's it? If you don't, prevention is better than cure. If you don't treat the symptom, you're only treating the. I don't know where I was going with that.
Big Pharma.
Nice, Big Pharma. Big Pharma has been very quiet since this pod dropped. I'm just gonna say that much for
I
free.
will just say they have.
Treat the cause and the solution. Thank you. And something about the symptoms. Oh, you're treating the symptom and not the cause. Thank you.
Big Pharma is quite
And that's
right now.
and that's on women in STEM.
Now let's give some nutritional advice. Echinacea, vitamin C,
Calcium.
and we're doctors. So
Vitamin
you know
D.
that's on period sis.
Trust me, I'm a cocktail. I know what I'm doing. I know who I'm doing. That's my own business.
She's a helicopter. I've seen just when you want to mental limbs that come out.
I was swinging it around. I nearly took off. I was swinging it around so hard doing the helicopter. I nearly took off. I swear. No, but I'm not even messing. If I was to ride, I know I joke about being the ride of my eye, but if I was
The real true.
the beauty standard in all senses of the word, you would never see me again. It'll be €10 a month, and well, you will see me again. You would see me again for €10 a fucking month is when you'd see me again. You'll never see me again. Never enough. Never enough. Thank you. That's enough dead naming in the pod. Thank you.
No one mourns the wretched, unfortunately.
No one mourns my pussy. No one cries they won't get spurned. But like, remember that like era we went through of you just putting ass on everything? What was the song? What was the one I loved?
Heal the ass.
Eat my ass, make it a better ass.
For you and for me and the women community.
And do you remember the very first bar or the very first verse? There's a place in my ass,
And I know that.
I lost it. That was so funny.
But there was everything was ass.
Listen, Happy fucking Christmas. Every single song afterwards that
It's
it came
not
out.
right, but it's an ass.
It's not right, but it's an ass. And do you remember?
I'm gonna eat it
Anyway, pack your pussy up and eat. I'm gonna eat that ass for me. Woo. But do you remember we were doing Wicked as well? It was like Fiero. What was the fucking song?
Munching through ass.
Munching through ass, eating the pussy.
Touch my pussy.
No one eats my pussy. No, and there was when I top Fiero, when I eat his ass.
When I rim the wizard.
Yeah, when I eat his ass.
You shall not die.
You'll not eat this pussy.
You'll not eat ass. I know.
That's your own double dildo.
Ugh.
Dildo Baggins.
We're back to the black mold again.
The black mold. She's always getting a gig. She's getting loads of screen time in this spot.
Black mold.
J.K. Rowling and the black mold. So, celebrity beauty blands. That's real bland. Celebrity beauty brands. Let's talk about it. Fenty Beauty, Fentanyl Beauty.
Goop. Oh my god! Did you say
I love it. That's Fentanyl Beauty. It's very good,
God.
apparently.
Because the looks will kill you, mama.
Cute. No, but like Fentanyl Beauty really changed the game in beauty brands. I can't talk. Oh my god! And this wouldn't happen if I was
The
drinking.
makeup is so good that only more than a few grams will kill you, mama.
Cute with a bit of fuck look. No, but she had so many different shades.
Who owned it? Who's?
It's Rihanna.
Fenty. I'm like, fentanyl?
It's Fentanyl Beauty.
Okay, fentanyl.
But because she did the whole like savage beauty and she does all the different sizes. Did you ever see the video of her trying not? She's doing fucking somersaults trying not to get cancelled, and she's like,
Oh,
"It's
yes.
for all different like gender appropriations."
Like, which was this live? Could you not
Oh
reshot
God
that?
bless her. She was listen.
Come here, under her umbrella. You know.
That's her own business. Well, listen, what's that fucking training called?
She's in my camp. She has very far apart eyes.
She's in what camp?
My camp.
What?
Bonjour. That's not what I said. There.
I thought you said mine camp. I was like, girlie, we can't be platforming that on the pod.
My camp.
Your camp. Okay.
Yeah.
What about
Have you never heard that expression?
Oh, in your camp, like.
Yeah, your room. You can't, like, oh, there, my camp. I'm in their camp.
Christmas. Oh my god, what is that called when you do training? Media training. Media fucking training. She's not media trained. Rihanna.
She's not media literate. No, but she's in my camp with the far set eyes.
What's that mean?
Her eyes are further apart than average.
Cute, no, but like I love that Rihanna will do absolutely anything. Halle Bailey
played the Little Mermaid.
Look at this ass.
And she has slightly far set eyes, and that's why she's a good mermaid, in my opinion. But me and Rihanna are in that camp too.
But no, I love that Rihanna will do absolutely anything but give us a new album. She's doing the voice.
I think she's over, isn't she?
She's doing the voice of Smurfette in the new Smurfs film.
As well, she should. Did you ever see the one where she plays the little child and then Jim Parsons plays the alien?
Benjamin Button.
Yes. No, Titanic. No, but that one, it's called like Home or something. It's great. Okay, well, he's singing about ass. I'm trying to give you good Rihanna content.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
a great movie.
Oh, listen, that's why I just hate women.
Well,
I'm sorry. Talented women. That's why I hate myself.
They threaten him. Oh, yeah. Oh, her.
It's the self-hating. I'm a self-hating gay. Oh.
That's nice.
Nice, wait, what were we talking about?
Rihanna.
Oh, yeah.
I have Deuteronomia.
What's that?
Well,
I'm from Thailand. You have to jump this designer.
I'm a wildly successful designer who got absolute disability shamed in college. One day, because I am partially colourblind, it's called Deuteronomia.
Oh.
And I was in college and we were talking to, we had the director in for the big end of year show at the end of the whole degree. Really big. And I painted the costume I had designed, which by the way got picked because it was the fucking best, thank you. But I had painted it in a lighter green than what I meant, because when I was painting it I was going, this green different, so I'm going to do a light shade so I can explain that it's the one that matches the green that we have in the fabric. Anyway, that was my logic. And I went in and our tutor at the time, which I won't mention her name, had them all on the table and was like, blah blah blah, this, and she was like, why is this colour, or why is this green? And I goes, oh well, I'm a little bit colourblind, so I just painted that way. And I just said it because to me it wasn't a thing. And she turned around to me in front of the whole class and went, you're colourblind and you're doing a costume design course.
What an arsehole.
And I literally looked back at her and was like, yeah. And by the way, like,
I'm
not blowing smoke up my own hole. I was the top of the class always. I was. And the tutor used to say it to me, but she said that to me in front of the hall. You're colourblind and you're doing a costume.
You know what she has a tiny Mickey. She has tiny Mickey syndrome.
The littlest Mickey I ever sucked to get costumes done. No, but honestly,
what an arsehole. You know what? Someone said this to me. A friend of mine said this to me. She said, "Have the day you deserve." Have the day. I hope she has the day she deserves.
Now, I will say, other than that, she was cool. She was what's a good word for it? She was very...
she wasn't busy being an arsehole.
No, she was a bit of a swine with people. She was very discerning and cutting, and things went to the level and all that. But she actually did like me, because guess what? I was top of the class. I always was.
It's your only time being a top as well. Your first and last time.
And she, but then like when she read me, I was like, okay, girl. But I was just like, yeah.
No, she didn't read you. That's the illiteracy. That was just being an arsehole. There's reading and there's being an arsehole. I'm sorry. I'm going to defend you here. I'm going to...
But I just said yeah back to her, and she literally was like, didn't know what to say.
See, I'm allowed to say things to you like that, but she can't.
You're not my tutor.
I'm not your tutor. I'm your podcast. What's it, colleague? We are women in business. We are women in STEM.
And then another time, a different tutor came over to me.
You're being fucking tutor in this course, so you all right?
Another one came over to me, put his hand on my leg and said, it's not a disability. And I just looked at him and I goes, I know. But in my head I was thinking, well, I never thought it fucking was till he just did that. I mean, the fucking Hallmark lifetime.
Listen, when he said he put his hand on your leg, I was like, which one? The middle leg?
Maybe he was talking about my wide thighs. It's not a disability. No.
Ronnie Drew was in the chat again.
He was, I won't say what it was, but anyway, he came over and looked at me stuff and was like, it's not a disability. I'm like, I'm aware. You still realise I'm getting fucking bleeding merits every bleeding poxy thing I do.
You do realise I'm sitting right here.
And also, every time all these tutors were out of the class, and even sometimes when the tutors were in the class, all the girls who were sound 25 years were coming over to me asking me to go out, and I was actually doing my work and also obviously helping, and then being all like, oh yeah, well sure, like, I don't know, ask her. Next question.
So we were talking about fentanyl beauty brands.
Okay, yeah. So Rihanna are you saying Rihanna is your favourite?
No, I just wanted to say fentanyl beauty on the pod.
Oh.
I had it in my show notes and I wanted to say it because it was funny. But Who else is there?
I do, honest to God, friend of the pod, she's coming on in about a month's time, Trixie Mattel.
Absolutely.
Trixie Cosmetics turns my pussy out.
But she wrote one of the songs in my album, Queen of Christmas. She wrote All I Want for Christmas is Nudes.
Oh, yes.
Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod.
I pay her.
Next week.
She's actually, I have to send her royalties from that. I think it was 5 cents or something, but I have to actually send her royalties.
You're her boss, basically.
I'm her boss.
Capitalism.
Trixie. It's Bring Your Boss to Work Day. Can I be an opener on Salad Pink Disco when it comes to Ireland?
Oh my God. Can I just not be barred anymore from your shout? Is that good?
Nice, mate. But yeah, so Trixie
Have you
Cosmetics
seen
turns her
any of
pussy out.
Trixie's tours, or are you a fake fan?
Oh, I've seen all of them. I've seen all
I
of them.
remember Moving Parts. I think, what was the one before Moving Parts? Was Moving Parts the first one that was
Tree and
in
Up.
Olympia?
It was Tree and Up or something. Tree and Up.
I think
Now
Moving
Moving
Parts might
Parts.
have been the first one I seen.
And then there was Slimming World.
Do you know what? Deadliest Weight Watchers.
And then what was it? You know what was so cute? When she did the show in the Tivoli, shout out to Tivoli, it's now been bulldozed for a hotel.
That's the one I saw.
Yeah. I remember we saw her outside afterwards and
She said, "Get away from me, fair."
yeah, and then she kicks me in the throat.
Yeah, I'll share.
But she said, we were like, thanks so much, that was brilliant. And then she turned, and before she got into the taxi, she said, see you around the neighbourhood. I thought it was so cute, it was nice. But that was the night I tried to, I shouldn't be talking about this in the pod, I can't believe I'm saying this. That was the night I tried to evacuate the George because of ISIS.
Well, to be fair, there was a bit of a spook to it and people thought it was happening.
This made it, technically made it into the Moving Parts documentary that's on Netflix, on the Netflix show, Netflix Friend of the Pod. So basically, they someone's a part the Moving Parts film about Trixie's life that is directed by her now ex-partner David Silver. That's his own business. But anyway, there's a scene.
They were on a break.
There's a scene shot in the George, which was the Roxy Andrews Dragged Up event. That was after Trixie in the Tivoli that night. But anyway, we got me and my friend Tara. Shout out Tara, friend of the pod. Remember saying it? Tara's a dope.
Oh, hi Tara.
Tara's a dope. That's not that's her name on Instagram. She's been dead named. She's just been doxed on the pod. Everyone go show up outside her gaff. Beep, with a boombox.
Don't mind him, Tara. Don't mind him.
Me. And but we were in a taxi from the Tivoli to Roxy Andrews in the George El Jorge. In the family group chat, there's a member, I don't want to out anyone or their job, but there's a member in my family group chat who finds out things.
A purveyor of knowledge.
Before everyone else.
A master of whispers.
And I can't tell you out of
a singer of songs.
By telling you, do you know what I mean? A teller of the lore before it is written. A bard who tells you about the lore before it is written, before it is announced to the general public. But he says there's been a shooting in town. There's a live, active shooter in town. And because there was... We'll just say, okay, I'm just going to fucking tell you. There was many calls, emergency calls. He was a receiver of emergency calls. And he said there's a lot of emergency calls saying there's an active live shooter in the city centre. So I panicked. We had just gotten to the George and we were in the queue. We'd gone up the stairs and we were queuing for the cloakroom when it was basically said, it was red alert, get out of town. There's a live shooter. And I'm like, no, obviously I had a few drinks on me at this point and I'm being told there's a live shooter. You have to remember my past, like when I lived in the UK, I used to work in Heaven. We used to have like
drills. We
had drills for terror attacks because it was around the time like is it the Bataclan? Am I saying the right Bataclan? And like Charlie Hebdo and the offices and the whole bang 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 Rosie shootings, ISIS, bus club, another club.
Oh, was that when the double decker bus happened and
another one? And yeah, the Westminster Bridge and that one happened like on my way to work. It was the whole thing. But anyway,
I'd say that's a scary time.
It was so scary, Tina, because I remember
in a queer.
We were getting £6 an hour. Like to potentially get shot up. Do you know what I mean? And I remember working in Heaven as a barman, and I remember we had a drill, and they said, just so you know, we're basically legally like entitled to tell you or whatever that
obligated.
Yeah, we're legally obligated to tell you that our terror level has been upped by MI5 or whatever, whoever does it. Basically, ours went from likely to imminent.
And you were getting £6
an
hour?
We were basically, and everyone else was sitting. I felt like it was an episode of Black Mirror because everyone else was just like it was a normal day at the office for them. But I'm just this little Irish paddy. We don't do terrorism. Pardon the pun.
Irish people know nothing about bombs.
We know nothing about car bombs and terrorists.
Said.
Bang 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 into the room. I know you want it, but you know what I mean. I was like a little princess sitting there, like shook it, and we were told we had to come up with hiding places. They said don't lie on the ground, pretend to be dead because they shoot the dead bodies on the ground. And I literally went to the bathroom and I shit myself. Now I found a hiding place and then I shit myself. And so I was like traumatized, terror. So I'm used to this.
This is the deepest we've went on the pod.
I know, right? So basically, and I remember one time there was a terror attack foiled when I worked there. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So while I was at work, someone threw a bag of machetes over the back wall, and they were going to come in plain clothes and basically carve us up as a Christmas turkey.
Oh,
and that got foiled. It never got to the papers because they didn't want to
yeah,
scaremonger. But
yeah.
apparently this happens so much in the UK, but they just don't announce it because they don't want to scaremonger people. But then in my next job, I was working at a Chinese restaurant on Baker Street, and I remember it was around the time of there was a terror attack on, I think it was Westminster Bridge, with like a samurai sword, and they were carving everyone up like Christmas turkeys, turkey lurkey chime, and that was my stop to get up. I passed that stop to get to work on, I think it was the Jubilee line. I wasn't feeling very jubilant, so I'll tell you that much for free. Maybe. But yeah, this was my trauma anyway. So I knew all this. I had this in the back of my mind, this lore in me. So when I was told there's an active shooter in town, you need to get out of town now. I'm in a gay club. I was like, I know what to do. So I grabbed Tara, a friend of the pod, by the scruff of the neck, and I reached it, and everyone I saw, I was like, you need to get out of here. There's an active. And here's me thinking, where would the active shooter be? The gay clubs. Because in my head I was just like, terror level from like likely to imminent, like this is where they're going to get. Crazy. And I remember when they told us that, they told us they were going to come for Heaven, because underneath Heaven was Charing Cross tube station. Embankment. Sorry, it was Embankment tube station under us and Charing Cross tube station above us. So if they took us out and bombed it or whatever, we'd get sandwiched. The gays would get sandwiched in between. That's what we were told. But £6 an hour before tax.
Oh.
Killings. So I had this in my head. So I was grabbing people out of the queue all the way down the stairs at the George, out to the front. I was like, you need to get out of here. There's a terror attack. There's a live shooter. Terror attack. Get out now. And then I was having visions of the people I saw in the queue and friends who I'd never see again. I was like, they will not sing again. They will never sing again. And I got to the front door, and Dawn, shout out to Dawn, friend of the pod. She's no longer the head bouncer at the George. She's moved on to greener pastures. She's left us. She, like me to ask, she just left us. Oh my god, isn't that thing? But come here to me. So Dawn was on the front door, and I grabbed her, and I was like, Dawn, there's a shooter. She was looking at me like I was on something. Like she thought, I think she must have thought I took pills or something, because I grabbed her and I was like, Dawn, like, we need to evacuate the George. There's a live shooter. And then she was like kind of panicking and being like, what the fuck? Like I could kind of tell that she was like, is this person on drugs? Are they drunk? What's going on? But she was like, surely if there's like an active shooter, should we not lock everyone inside? I was like, well, we need to do something. And she wasn't like having a bar at me then. So me and Tara legged it down the queue, and there was a queue around the corner because it was dragged up. Victoria's Secret had all these people. A sold out event. Fucking Roxy Andrews was here to make it clear. Roxy Andrews was inside. While I went down the queue to George, you need to go home to your families, in very shaky hokey pokey drag. I was a baby queen at the time. I had a hard front wig and the clothes of boo-hoo. You must be a baby queen. So I went, and then I was like, oh my god, they're not listening to me. I went down the queue being like, there's a terrorist attack. Everyone evacuate George, go home. I was like, they're not listening. So me and Tara, I ran out into the middle of Georgia Street. I put my hands down on top of a taxi, and I was like, get the fuck into this taxi. I jumped out in front of a taxi. We got in, like, you need drive mister, drive. There's a terrorist attack. Get us home safe. We got to about Cork Street. The person in my family group chat said, it's alright, it was a gangland shooting in the boxing club, the National Stadium. It was a gangland shooting. Go about your business. So I was like, alright, I'm not ready.
But that was an active shooter.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to stage active shooter. But so I said, we need to turn this car around. I said, Tara, the absolute cheek me though, after leaving the George, telling everyone we're all going to die.
You thought it was the case. There's nothing, you know what I mean?
So I went up, there was still a queue. I skipped the queue, went straight up to Dawn. Went up to Dawn. Dawn's looking at me, and she goes, alright then, where's the shooter? And I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I'm really sorry. I don't know if I'd love to know if she remembers this. I was like, I'm so sorry. But basically, I told her who my contact was and what they were getting, the info, and she was just like, go in. She was like, go, and she was kind of laughing, but kind of like, but I remember it was so chilling. I remember I said it to someone, and they looked at me very chillingly and said, someone's going to die tonight.
You're all going to die there.
But I remember thinking like, oh my god, well, I wasn't wrong. It was a gangland shooting him. I don't know if he's brown bread, but that was the time. And I remember going into the smoking area then, and I saw Paul Ryder. And Paul Ryder comes down to me, and he's like, girl, I've been doing drag a wet day. Now, I know people don't know this. Me and Paul Ryder go way back. We were in primary school together, St. Peter's.
Paul Ryder's the original shooter.
Do you know, she was Project X. She was Patient Zero. So she was like Shooter McGavin. She was shooting from the waist. That's the real business. But he was actually technically the first drag queen I saw because we were in primary school together and we did a Christmas panto in the school hall and he was one of the Spice Girls in this little shake and go bob rig. But there's actually, the last time I was in that school, there was still a picture of him wearing a fucking wig and a little pencil skirt. So woke. That school was so woke they hadn't slept in years, but listen, that's their own business. And then we went to primary school together, we went to secondary school together, and then we went to stage school together, the Helen Jordan Stage School. We did shows together in like the RDS Arena and the Olympia. We did family fun days. RIP.ie. We did shows on the back of trucks in random family fun days all over Dublin. Like I know him we know, and then we're drag queens. It's so crazy. But anyway, I know him that long. Paul Ryder just trails through the crowd and like, come here to me, girl. What's the story? I hear you told everyone ISIS was like on the gig and like you're trying to evacuate the George. Tell me the tea, Mary. Like, and I was like, I'm so sorry, Paul. Like, and she was like, everyone in the dressing room is talking about it. So for all I know, Roxy Andrews is up there, Trixie Mattel's up there, Paul Ryder and all the girls are up there. From what I understand is, and everyone's talking about this new queen, Ariana Grindr, who's trying to fucking evacuate the George. And now I have how many fucking residencies there? It's not mad.
Oh my god.
So I'd like to say thank you for not burying me, and I'm sorry for evacuating the George. Thank you, but also come to my next show there. Thank you.
Okay, so back to your original question. I
didn't finish.
do like Goop by Gwyneth Paltrow.
Is this the vagina candle one?
You were asking about celebrity fuck and makeup brands, and we went into the ISIS lore breakdown, but that's allowed, you know, that's what the pod's all about. Get your feelings out there. I want to be honest, I do not like Gwyneth Paltrow.
I got triggered.
Goop off.
I don't know anything about. I don't know the vagina
Gwyneth was
candle.
the real shooter that night.
Oh.
Shooting our fucking shot and acting the bollocks.
Listen.
This candle smells like my vagina. Okay, Narcy.
But now we have to
Narcy
smell it.
fucking says
Oh, where are the receipts? I would like to see it. Show me I want to smell your vagina to know if it's
But like, is that not the height of narcissism?
false advertisements.
Okay,
Maybe.
well, maybe, but okay, no, real celebrity makeup brands that you actually like. We've said that
Fentanyl.
you like Fentanyl, Miss Rihanna.
Miss Fentanyl Beauty.
I like well, also you do because I know you've a lot of products as well.
I love Trixie, and you know I have the glitters, and she doesn't do glitters anymore because it's like she got cancelled.
Trixie, bring them back.
But apparently they're bad for the environment. But you can do you can do it because it's like microplastics on your
Trixie,
face.
fuck them turtles, girl.
She said, "Fuck them turtles."
Fuck them
She
turtles.
here
Mom.
not to bring a fucking Donald Trump on the pod, but he's basically like he's the woke left now. Did you hear him? He's after cancelling plastics. Paper straws. He said, "I'm getting rid of Biden's paper straws and we're going back to plastic." Mama, he did a mic drop and he said, "Listen, I might be bringing back fascism, and yous are all going to be put to death, but we're getting plastic straws. So at least small. What's that?
It's like a small win.
A small win.
Small win for the turtles.
Well, listen, happy Christmas.
Although don't they say the actual manufacture on a mass scale of those paper straws is uses a lot more carbon.
We've deadly straws in Pantry Bar. I remember I used to rob them and hand them out to people in the George after the show.
Do you remember the bamboo straws that have been around for a while? Bring them back.
Oh, here, no, sure. I remember when I was working in Nando's and sometimes we'd run out of straws and we'd go into the cinema. The cinema have the bamboo straws because they disintegrate a lot slower because the films are like 2.5, 3.5 hours long. They need to have extra thick and girthy straws. So the cinema is where you get the good straws. But I remember Pantry Bar actually have always been the woke left because they've always had the plastic. So they have quote unquote plastic. They're not officially plastic. They feel like plastic. They take that. I can't believe it's not butter. It's like they're plastic, but they're not. They're disintegratable, according to the box anyway. And I used to like after my show in Pantry Bar, I'd go take a few of my handbags, so I had them because for a while in the George they didn't have straws. They didn't do straws in the George. It was a thing. They're like, we're not doing straws anymore. So I'd be like, so I'd be having mine. Then I'd be handing them out to friends because I felt bad that they didn't have straws. But yeah,
you were the straw that broke the faggots back.
the very much. I was the black market. I was the dark web straws distributors.
Yes, so just to circle back to your original question.
Thank you.
What celebrity makeup brands do you like?
So 42 minutes into the pod, I still haven't answered the question. So we like the Trixie ones. I like the names. I love the whole fact that she does like the whole kind of like it's like toy packaging and Kuntalina products.
Professional products in kindergarten packaging.
Right, but we like Fentanyl Beauty. We like Trixie. Who
Miss
else?
Kimberly Chi.
Oh, I don't know anything about them.
Oh, the satin powder.
Any use?
Mama. Oh, well, there is. I don't have much Kimberly cheese, but the satin powder, mama.
Okay.
Mama.
You know the one I like. You know one
Great.
size is it Patrick Star, Patrick
Patrick
Stewart.
Star. Now
I had the time of my life. Patrick Star.
Patrick Star.
It's Patrick fucking hell. Jeffree Star now. Patrick Star, and nice like, but he did a wicked collab, and there was a Glinda setting spray with glitter in it, and I only have a tiny little bit left, and I'm afraid to use it. It's like an acid attack for your face, but it leaves it glitterified and glindified. But I'm afraid to use it because I don't want to use it all because it's sold out. It's discontinued in Nightly. But that's very good. The Glinda spray. I also got. She has like a makeup brush, and it's Elphaba broom. Haven't used it yet. I should have used it from all my Wicked stuff, or maybe for the Wicked for Good, and the sequel. I'll bring that out. That because I just didn't want to use the brush, and then it gets fucking ruined. But listen, that's what it's for. We're gonna be brown bread someday.
You can't bring a witch. You can't bring a witch. Patrick Star's setting spray is also Gorgeluna.
That's what I was talking about. It's a setting spray, but
I'm sorry, I said a powder.
Oh, I probably did. I'm so sorry. I meant a spray.
I wasn't listening.
Listen, that's your own business. I have that effect on women. Yes, like, believe women. We need to platform their voices. Thank you. I would love to do a beauty brand someday, just to like address.
Well, you did. You're a mogul. I remember the Ariana Grindr.
Do you remember the Snapchat stories?
Yes.
Oh my god, I did do it!
Eyeshadow palette.
Oh, I forgot I do have an eyeshadow palette.
You were just like, I'd love to do makeup.
Oh, you did?
You did a fucking eyeshadow palette. What are you talking about?
Please welcome to the stage, Alzheimer's. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh my god.
No, I did. I remember I did
Please
a video
welcome
on
to the stage, Louis Bodies.
What?
Probably shouldn't be saying that.
Let's Louis Bodies.
Louis Bodies, frontal lobe dementia.
Oh. This is an educational pod because now I'm learning things.
Louis Bodies is actually what got Robin Williams in jail. Not Robbie Williams, not to be confused with Planet of the Apes star Robbie Williams. Robin Williams had advanced Louis Body stage dementia.
Hang on, you're getting them mixed up now. Robbie Williams is a singer.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, the singer has that?
No, he starred in Planet of the Apes.
I'm so confused. So Robin
Williams had Louis Body's dementia.
Oh, did he?
God bless him.
Oh, geez.
Also, I think Robbie Williams is. Another people go, Michael was the king. I'm like, the king of comedy, Robin Williams. I love him. I love Robin Williams. I love him.
He let it
The Genie, Mary the Genie,
Oh.
Mary Mrs. Doubtfire, Mary Bicentennial Man, Mary Flubber, Mary Patch Adams, Mary Good Morning Vietnam, Mary everybody.
Oh.
Love it.
Nice way.
Mary Goodwill Hunting.
Mary, did you know? Did you know? Well, you knew. You know for his whole
We knew.
fucking IMDb discography.
Oh no,
Filmography.
I think if I was like any stage in my life, I could put on a Robin Williams movie and it would give me that like sense of like safety and
Warmth.
like nostalgia and
He's
warmth.
so
like,
talented.
just love everything. All
And then did it Mork and Mindy? Wasn't it a TV show, Mork
Yeah,
and
that's
Mindy?
kind of the start.
From
That
back
was
in the
his
day.
first show. That was his first thing.
Nice swing.
And then a show we did towards the end of his life is actually brilliant as well. He
Was it?
plays this like a kind of an investor, and he's like in a company, and it's like, I don't say it's The Office because it's not shot like The Office, but he's working in an office environment and he's like working with a star. It's actually very good. It's kind of not the last thing he filmed, but it was the last thing he finished. Because I know that the Night at the Museum was posthumous.
And the rest.
Posthumous.
And I love when they finish.
Mama.
And just to circle back and to piggyback on what you said earlier on, all the little office speak, just to piggyback and circle back on what you said in your previous email, what is your favourite beauty brand?
Well,
the ever elusive question.
I love the Robin Williams eyeliner by Fentanyl. No. And
Fentanyl Beauty.
I think celebrity wise,
I want to do one. I know I did that like palette
Oh, yeah.
whatever, but I would love someday, after I have that Drag Race money, I'll be like, hi Flops, this is my beauty brand, and then I'll just retire and you'll never see me again.
well, I was
You'll never
sponsored,
see me
as you
again.
remember, when I was a YouTube sensation. I was sponsored by Crayola. I was the face of Crayola makeup.
Crayola.
Remember they had makeup for a while?
Listen, did they?
Yeah.
So messy.
They used to do bits and bobs.
That's their own business. And come here to me, and not to be confused with Krylon. Krylon are great. It's not a celebrity beauty brand.
Krylon.
Same bland. What's wrong with me? Real bland. Krylon are the go. Krylon is the Dr. Dildo Mond. It's the go. It's the go of all the makeups.
I have TV
Nothing.
paint sticks from Krylon like that are years old. Now, absolutely, the
They're in the
instructions will tell you do not.
They're very
But
much. We're
from
gonna
my
use
own
them.
personal experience, the formula holds up, and if you store them correctly, they're absolutely well usable into
In the
their-
warm,
their
cavernous
diminishment. Yeah,
hole, deep depths of your pussy.
absolutely. And Mary, if you set them, they don't really move.
Do you know what I mean?
Unless you head plant the fucking bartender in different trousers.
But yeah, no, I love a celebrity makeup beauty brand. I just love when they jump on. I'm loving the hair slaps.
No, do you know who I love? And we're going to talk about this first.
Yeah.
Elmo's makeup.
What?
Elmer's glue stick.
I was like, I just said Elmo. Like Sesame Street.
I can't do it. What does Elmo sound like? Do an Elmo. Come on, off the top of your head, go on. Do it. That's terrifying.
What's an Elmo? Tickle me Elmo.
But yeah, Elmo's glue stick. Fantastic.
It's cute. Yeah, come on Elmo. Come on.
Now, what about you're talking about Miss Mother.
Miss Mother. Mrs. Abracadabra.
Mother is mothering. Do you remember when she did the full rebrand? They released their first set of stuff, and the packaging was all different, and the formulas were a bit different, and then she went, "Okay, Mama." And Mother.
Yeah, I've
Monster
heard rumblings, rumours, and
Tina.
salacious accusations that the lipstick, that stain she does, is cunty. You put it on one swipe and it's stuck on. She wore it for her Chronica Ball show in the Tottenham Court Stadium where I saw her a few years ago.
Work.
And she wore that lipstick for the whole thing, didn't have to switch it up. And she'd come off the stage and there was videos, social media, of her coming off the stage and they were like patting her down after doing a number and sweating her and basically giving her, like, you know, in the corner of the fucking boxing ring, slapping her in the cheeks, throwing water over her face, patting her down. The
Oxygen mask on the
oxygen mask, fleet. They put her on a catheter. She was on a shiwi. She was pissing all over the place, and that lip stain didn't fucking move. So I'd love to try it. It's very expensive one with the taxes and charges when by the time you get it.
Oh, none of the European sites.
Do you know what I mean?
Have it?
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe they do at this point, but at the time of filming, they didn't.
Right.
Anyway, so I do love that. Shout out Lauren, friend of the pod. She brought me back some Miss Lady Gaga makeup when she went on holidays to America, when she got deported over to America a long time ago. A long time ago in Bethlehem. So she got deported. She went over and she brought me home. And I'm actually wearing it right now. I wear it as my boy makeup, my drag makeup, because it's so. And even I came home from the George last night. My mum was like, "Your makeup's so lovely and natural," and basically Contina.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really look like you wear makeup. I don't think that's really. I just mean like you wouldn't look at you and go, "You wear makeup." You just look fresh and
Thank you. So that's really cunty. I have her makeup eyeshadow palette as well. The packaging, it was like her first eyeshadow palette. I think it was like
Did it not start off white and silver and then it went to black and white?
Probably, and there's a few other colours in it. But I remember the packaging and the makeup, her makeup on it was so bad. I don't know, nothing was blended. It was just, I think they were trying to go for something. But like,
it was giving Ursula in the remake.
It wasn't abracadabra, it wasn't abracadabra. Yeah, it was giving Ursula in the remake. It was, if I'm being honest and hold my hands up. Which, and if you can't be honest with yourself, who can you be honest with? Do you know what I mean? But speaking of celebrity beauty blands, Selena Gomez and this rare beauty.
Oh, right.
Let's pour some out for poor Selena Gomez and her kidney, and her rejected kidney. She heard about the tea in her kidneys.
No, I don't know anything about her.
So she nearly died. She was nearly the fucking victim of the murder of the building. So she was brown bread and she was on Diala. Hey Diala, cis. She was a Diala cis white male. So she had bad kidney troubles. She was going through her own troubles. It was like the 1916 rise, and then the troubles in the 90s. That kidney got taken out like a little ISIS in the George scheme. I mean, but basically in a nice way. She was having kidney troubles, and then she had her best friend was a match, like a match on Tinder.
Oh, I thought you were talking about foundation.
No, she wasn't. No, she was a kidney match. Right. So they did a kidney transplant, and her best friend gave her. She carried a watermelon for her. She carried a fucking kidney for her best friend. So Selena Gomez and the friend are in the hospital. They do a wife swap with the kidneys. She gets a good kidney. The other friend gets the shit kidney. Friend dies. No, I made that bit up. Your face! I wish you could see his face right now. Anyway, she died.
My best friend gave me a kidney.
Exit stage left.
I keep it in a jar in my bed.
Nice way. And she's now dead. She's brown bread. She's on Diala. Cis white male. Thank you. So anyway, to make a long story painful, you know how I love to tell 12 stories and finish 2 of them. I started 12 and finished 2, but that's my own business. I just don't like to finish first, but that's my own business. I'm a model wife. I just never finish first. It's my own business. Thank you. I'm always the bigger person, metaphorically and physically speaking. But thank you. But come here to me. I'll finish the story. I promise. We're 55 minutes into the pod, and I promise we'll finish the story. I promise we will. Thank you. But yeah. So she gives her kidney to the best friend. Grant. She comes around. She comes, and then she also comes around. Thank you. And she's all right now. Months later, Grant. Years go by, and Selena Gomez does an interview being like, "I actually have no friends in the business." Cut you, this friend who's a little known actress obviously not as big as Selena Gomez, but still working in the business, in the jizness of
But
show.
looks a lot skinnier because she's one kidney down.
Because she's one fucking kidney down. And she's like, puts up a post being like, you've no friends in the business. I literally just gave you a fucking kidney.
You're pissing out me kidney, look.
Do you know what I mean?
Don't get it twisted.
Nice! Wait, when you're getting your fucking awards and your Critics' Choice Awards, and when you're getting snubbed for the fucking Emilia Perez fucking Oscars, that's because I gave you my watermelon. I carried that watermelon for you. I did the dialysis white male for you. And you're telling me you've no friends in the business? So they had a public folly, they had a spa, and they had a splatter into the kidneys.
And what was this other friend called? What was the friend's name?
She's one kidney down. Just do a search on LinkedIn or IMDb for actresses with one kidney, and you'll find her. She was real generous. She gave her a kidney. But a big part of my
actually, Ellen, that's not.
Not to bring up
I
my.
did give you a kidney.
Not to bring up my one-woman show again this September, but there is a whole section about Selena Gomez's rejected kidney. Because
have you ever rejected?
No, but I just love saying it. Like, have you ever just felt so rejected? I was like with Selena Gomez's kidney. I was rejected. I was ejected from the venue. I was like the active shooter in the George. I ejected myself from the building. I tried to take everyone with me. Oh my god! But just to piggyback on and to circle back on that story of me evacuating the George, about 2 weeks later, there was a fire alarm went off and they had to actually evacuate the George, and everyone was messaging me being like, was that you again? Did you finally prevail in your evil plans to evacuate the George? And I was like, yes, it was me. Thank you. And on that note, my name is Teen Pop Sensation Ariana Grindr.
And I am Queen Autumn now.
And thank you for listening to Glam is a Plan.
I love you.